First of all, we'd like to thank Coach Hodges and the Huddle team for helping us with the production and give everybody a little background on this. We've had so many people ask us questions about the players, so we decided to do a senior spotlight. The only one we're missing tonight is Jonah Allen. He wasn't able to join us, so I'll have the players introduce themselves.
My name is Mr. Hutchinson, offensive tackle.
My name is Trent Moody, defensive line. Turquoise White, cornerback. DJ Bell, running back. Jamarion Guyton, running back.
Trent Rollerson, offensive line.
Henry Pigler, offensive defensive line.
Jackson Gambrell, center.
Matthew Taylor, middle linebacker.
Ty Doverly, offensive line.
All right, let's start with last week. Last week you had a great win over a tough Jeff Davis team, 56-17. Guys, did y'all expect that?
That was a good Jeff Davis team coming off of
great season from last year. Lost to Raven County in the playoffs. Pretty good team from last year.
Absolutely. So that was a great surprise for all the PC fans. So just to give you a couple individual stats from that Jeff Davis game. DJ Bell, 17 carries for 251 yards. He had 5 rushing touchdowns, and he also threw for a touchdown. Quez had 5 rushes for 48 yards, caught a pass for 38 yards. Jamarion touched the ball 10 times and had 119 yards. Jonah was 8 for 8 on his extra points, 8 for 9 with touchbacks, and Pigler had the highest grade of all the O-linemen right there. So congratulations to all the Bears right there. So what we're going to do right now, we're just going to ask you some of the fan questions that people have asked me to ask you on this senior spotlight here. So y'all feel free to jump in anytime and answer these questions. But the first one that I've got here, give me your favorite college or NFL player.
BYU, good Cougs.
All right, so all the BYU players from Hutch, all right?
Oh, yeah, every single one of them.
Anybody have an individual?
Tank Dell, Houston.
All right. DJ, who you got?
Zeke Elliott.
All right. Jamarion, you got anybody? Me?
Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb.
That's a great one right there. Jackson, you got anybody?
Probably Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, not far from here. Pigler, you got one?
J.J. Watt.
That's a great one. Anyone else? Doverly? Anyone? All right. Well, we'll move.
Mr. Jamie, South Garden, lockdown.
All right, I like that. All right, here's the next question that someone asked me right here to ask y'all. Your favorite candy? I think about candy real quick. I think about Nook Johnson. Nook always had candy on them, so give me a candy.
I go to Purple Skittles.
Purple Skittles for DJ. So if they want to give you some candy, they need to get you some Purple Skittles.
Yeah.
Jamarion.
Tweets.
All right. Who else? Quez.
The Nerd Balls.
The Nerd Balls. Trent, you got one?
Ram treats.
Come on now, Milk Duds.
Milk Duds.
You look like
Pigler, what have you got for us?
I think I had to go with Quest. Those nerd clusters.
The Nerd Cluster. Jackson, you got one?
Same nerd clusters.
Matthew.
Problem little airheads.
Doverly.
Smarties.
Smarties. Smarties? All right, we'll move on this one. Here's the next question that I was asked. Who would be your first pick in your fantasy league for the NFL draft? First pick.
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. Good one.
Josh Allen.
Oh, DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf.
Metcalf.
Jamar Chase.
That'd be fun right there.
Justin
Anyone?
Jefferson.
Who else? All right, how about this one? Here's the next question. Favorite pregame music or song? Matthew Taylor, I'm going to go straight to you. Your favorite pregame music or song?
Well, favorite's country music.
There we go. All right, Jackson, how about you?
I don't really listen to anything. I'm focused.
No music. Anybody got a favorite song?
Dreams and Night Bears by Meek Mill.
All right. Anyone else? Jamarion, you got something? Nothing? Hutch, got a favorite song?
One Too Many, Luke Combs.
There we go. All right. Next question. You could play for any college team. Who would you play for?
Wherever I feel comfortable at.
Wherever you feel comfortable. I like that.
You could, Coach.
BYU, what a big surprise from Hutch right there. Anybody else have a favorite college team that they play for?
Wherever I can benefit the team, Coach.
Boy, I like that answer. All right, next question. Any pregame superstitions from any of the seniors?
Same socks,
Pegler, you wear the same socks?
same undergarments,
Same everything.
same everything.
Same everything.
I still got my socks from the state game.
I
Park in
like
the
it.
same spot,
All right, so
everything.
here's the next one right here. What's it like being on this year's team versus last year's team? And I'll say this real quick. Obviously, there's a big visual difference when you're missing Man Johnson, Nook Johnson, Boatwright, Everson, Little, Saucy, Dayton Baker. You got the Bennett boys. You got 6 now playing college ball. What's it like looking at this year's team, playing for this year's team versus playing for last year's team?
It's good to see the young ones come up, step up.
Yeah, I'd agree. That's the most exciting thing is seeing these young guys step into these shoes of guys that were now playing at Division I level football.
Yeah, that's definitely the best part.
DJ, this one's for you. Hardest you've ever been hit in a game, DJ, against what opponent and what player?
In the state championship game, number 7, off Oconee. I think that's.
He enjoyed it, didn't he?
I think I did.
I think he enjoyed contact right there. Pegler, this one's for you. Toughest lineman you've ever faced?
I'd say last year when we played Peach County, they had a nose guard that went to Kentucky, number 9. He was a hog.
All right, Quez, this question was directed for you. Toughest receiver or running back you've ever had to cover or tackle?
Toughest receiver would be number 6 with Raven. Toughest running back, dude from Peach, number 3.
2 really good ball players. All right, who's the funniest on the team? Man, that was easy. Hands down. Who is the fastest on the team?
Me, bro.
DJ says him, Quez says him, Jamar on.
Hutch, definitely.
Hutch says he's the
Y'all can
fastest.
come watch Sunday when we have practice.
And I heard some Jonah Islands back there too. Pegler, would you say Jonah's got these?
Oh yeah, we forgot about
He and all his are right at each other.
And how about some underclassmen? Who else is?
Oh, Jaw.
Jaws really fast. So, all right, here's the next one from a fan. What's it like for playing for Coach Herring?
Hard work and dedication.
I think that summed it up right there, Coach. Hard work and dedication. All right, if you had a middle schooler right now that came up to you in the 8th grade and he said, what do I need to do to get ready to play for Coach Herring and his coaching staff and the Bears, what advice would you give them?
Be mentally tough already.
Mentally tough. I like that.
Don't be scared of
You
contact.
know, have an attitude when you get up here. Like, whenever you have an attitude about coming out here, a good attitude about working every day, then you'll be effective towards the team.
Be ready to lift weights every day.
Hit the weight room.
Yeah,
Hit the
weight
weight room.
Raleigh, what will your arms look like if you lift weights every day?
That's a great answer right there. So, next question from the fans. Your favorite part of being a Pierce County Bear? We've talked about the hard work. Give me some of the fun stuff, the rewarding part of being a Bear.
The food after practice is every single day.
So explain that to us, Hutch. What days do you eat at the school?
So after Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, anytime we come in for practice, we always have a full meal waiting for us. And then on Thursdays, we go to a player's house. And then Friday, a church from around the county or whoever wants to feed us will come feed us a full meal.
And that's pretty amazing right there. When you think about it, Coach, these Bears get fed 5 days a week. The moms come and they volunteer. They bring the sides. They serve. We've got great food sponsors: Hall's Meat Market, Jerry J's, Piggly Wiggly, Sweet Teas. David Dowlin's going to cook for y'all. That's a dad of one of the players. And then you got Kevin Boatwright. He's gonna sponsor a meal, and we've got others that have contributed so much to that feeding program. And Coach, don't you think that's made such a big? We've talked about weight room. We've talked about hard work. It's hard to get arms like that without
Absolutely.
feeding them.
Oh, you've noticed a huge difference in our kids when we put this feeding program in. They put so much energy out in the weight room and on the field, and to come back in to be able to replenish that every night with a nice home-cooked meal. And it's not pizza and hamburgers. It's what we have tonight: chicken pot pie and Salisbury steak and homemade banana pudding, macaroni, fried pork chops, good
rice.
stuff. Steak and rice, yeah, man.
Country fried chicken.
So we can't thank the local businesses, the local dads, and obviously the churches and the parents that open up their homes to feed y'all, the volunteers. It's a big part of making you who you are. So that's fun to see the community and the involvement to your success right there. Here's a tough question right there. This is the last question I've got for you. This is from a young fan. Expectations for this year. And before you give me that answer, let me throw out a couple of things. I mean, the region is tough just in itself. I mean, next week you're going to face a great Metter team. I think they're top 10 in single A, and they're gonna be a tough opponent. You got they've been 13-1 over the last 2 years, and then when you get to just our region, you got Appleton, who started out 1-0. They beat a team from South Carolina. Tatnall, who returned just about everybody on both sides of the ball, is going to be tough. Brantley's 2-0. Toombs is 2-0. Vidalia is 2-0. And then if you try to look past them, obviously you got Fitzgerald, you got Elka, you got Appling, you got Rockmart. In other words, there's a lot of really good football teams when you break it down and you start talking about expectations for this year. You look back at last year, we were probably about 3 inches from having an opportunity to return to that championship game. First ever in 2020, first ever appearance, and obviously you came out with a 13-7 victory in overtime, and like I said, 3 inches from being able to return. So I know that you have a lot of expectations for this year, but that was the question from our young fans. So give it to us, guys. You seniors, we got 11 of 12 seniors here. What are the expectations for this year's Pierce County Bears?
15-0.
Executing our coach's game plan.
Expect to work. Expect to win.
Expect to work.
Expect to work.
Expect to win.
Expect to win. Guys, it's been a lot of fun. I know that the fans enjoy this. They don't get a chance that often and always just to interact one-on-one with you. So gathering these questions up was fun, and thank y'all for taking the time. And hey, go Bears.
Go Bears!